Hey you guys, it's Peter, and welcome to my channel. Peter! Boom, 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 boom. Bam, 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 bam. Boop! Review stuff, and I am back for another review, and this was kind of a spur of the moment review because I was like going through all my stuff in the pantry and I was looking through the refrigerator, and I have so many things that I have purchased to review. And this month they are releasing a lot of fast food stuff, a lot of new fast food items. Taco Bell's got a lot of stuff coming out. McDonald's, Burger King has some new stuff coming out. So I will be ordering that stuff starting next week and doing some reviews of that. But I was like looking through my stuff today and I was like, what am I going to review? And I had purchased this root beer at Sullivan's Nursery up the street. So I've talked about this place so many times over here. There is this nursery, like flower nursery up the street, but it's so much more than that. Actually, just on my vlog channel last night, I went into this deep description of how this place is literally like a whole like city block corner. And it's massive. And they don't just have flowers and gardening stuff. They have so much more than that. But when you're in the checkout line, they have this entire row of like old-timey, all different kinds of like glass bottle sodas that are different. And so I think it was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was there with my cousin Caroline. And I just try to buy any of the sodas that like look different and are some kind of like different kind of soda. And I bought some kind of Shirley Temple soda. And then I also bought this root beer. And so I was going to review this root beer and the Shirley Temple soda, but I forgot that when I was there with my cousin Caroline previously, I had also bought a Dog and Suds soda because we'll get to the other soda in just a second. Because Dog and Suds soda has a very fond memory for me, because when I was a kid growing up, my dad had a sailboat that he kept in Saugatuck, Michigan. And so on the weekends in the summer, like my dad would like pick me up on like a Thursday night, and then Thursday through Sunday we would go to Saugatuck, Michigan, and his business partner had a boat up there, and so we like knew all the people up there, and I've told all the stories. But anyway, so I spent a lot of my summers growing up in Saugatuck, Michigan, so which now is supposedly like the gay Providence of the Midwest, but back then it was not. Back then it was like very much a towny town. It was right before you got to Holland, Michigan, which is where Hope College was. And it was just a small, towny town, cobblestone streets. It was very cute. But it was like a fisherman's town. It was kind of like what you would think of like Amity and Jaws, but in the Midwest. It was just not built up at all. And we always stayed in the marina anyway. We always just stayed on our boat. But anyway, so on our way up there, we would stop at the Dog and Suds. I don't even know if they still exist. I think they do. But we would stop at the Dog and Suds drive-in. My dad, to this day, my dad is 85 years old. He loves chili dogs. like the John Mellencamp song. In Cherry Bomb, he goes, chili dog. My dad loves chili dogs so much, okay? So we would stop at Dog and Suds, and we would sit outside, because it was like one of those drive-up joints, you know? And so they would have like these, you know, the white... People are always trying to ruin my review videos when I'm sitting out here, planes are flying over, and I hope you better be doing something important. But anyway, so we would sit outside at the white, you know, picnic tables. I can still see it in my head. And we would order 2 chili dogs, and then we would get the mugs of Dog and Suds root beer. So I want to see, I haven't had it. It's been a long time since I've had it. So I want to see if this still tastes like the Dog and Suds root beer that I remember from back in the day. But anyway, I got this at Sullivan's Nursery. And so when I was in the refrigerator today, I saw this and I was like, oh, well, why don't I just compare root beers today? So we'll try the Dog and Suds, which is probably my favorite root beer of life because of the fond memories that it's probably my favorite root beer of life. So I thought, let's compare. I mean, how could you not love Dog and Suds root beer so much? You know what I mean? I can still see the sign when we would pull in. But anyway, so this other root beer that I got, I've never heard of this root beer before, okay? It's not a nice name. It is Rat Bastard Root Beer. And it says, tastes like a son of a bitch on it. I thought it was so funny. I was like, okay, I have to get this. I don't even know where it's made. Let's see. What you'll be drinking, it says, and then it has the ingredients on here. And where is it made? Oh my God, 100, it says, well, it's us against them, it says on here. I don't even know where it's made. Does it even say on here where it's made? I don't know anything about this brand. where is it? It says, have a fun something with our something sodas. Real soda in real bottles. Okay, it doesn't say where it's made. I don't know anything about this. Does anybody know anything about this brand? Rat Bastard Root Beer? I don't know anything about it, but I've tried a couple different root beers that they've had there. I've tried like, there's like a XX or a XXX root beer that I tried. I've tried a couple different root beers. So, which my dad's from northern Indiana, and so he calls root beer. He says root beer. He says root beer. So cute. Anyway, so I thought that we would compare the Dog and Suds, and maybe if this goes well, if I like the Dog and Suds more, well, maybe whichever one wins, I'll pick up another root beer this week when I'm with my cousin for Cousin Fun Day, and then the winner will go on to the next one. Does that make sense? Do you guys get what I'm doing? Okay, so, but I'll buy a new bottle. They're actually pretty cheap there. They're only like $1.50 or something, so. Okay, we're gonna compare these root beers. I feel like I should, so I do have a bottle opener with me, but let's see, I don't know if you can, oh, they do twist off, okay. Oh my God, it's still, there's something so different. It almost is like, this is gonna sound so weird, but it's almost like a vintage root beer smell to it. Because, you know, like if you go there, it comes out of the, like, it's, well, when I was a kid growing up, root beer in a tap was something that they didn't really have. So, oh my God. Okay, this totally takes me back. I can see the glass mug. If you ever went to a Dog and Suds, you know what I'm talking about. They served it in glass mugs. It's good. It's a lot more sugary than I remember it being. I want to save these for tonight and tomorrow night, so I'm hoping that I can still put the caps back on them and they'll be okay. I'm sure they will. It's good. It tastes different to me than I remember it tasting in a tap. Like, it's definitely, I mean, root beer is real sugary anyway. So if I go out to a restaurant, well, I'm usually kind of like a Diet Coke person anyway, but if I'm going to get a soda, like at a Mexican restaurant, I usually get like a Coke because I love the Coke at Mexican restaurants. But if we're at like Cheesecake Factory or something like that, I get like a Mr. Pibb. I either always go between like a Mr. Pibb, Dr. Pepper, or root beer when I'm out at a restaurant. But lately, I've just been drinking water. I haven't been drinking soda at all at a restaurant. Yeah, this is, maybe it's just because I'm not used to drinking a lot of soda, but this tastes a lot more sugary than I remember. It's good, but it's like, it smells better than it tastes. Okay, we're going to try the Rat Bastard one and see what this tastes like. I have no idea. Rat Bastard root beer. I've never even heard of this. And I think they just got it. Well, maybe I can twist this one too. Hold on a second. No, this one you have to open. Oh wait, does it say on the top of it where it's made? It says don't be a dick, drink it. And it is www.skeletines.com or something. I don't know. Can you twist it? Maybe it's not, why is it not opening? Oh, you can twist it, okay. Ooh, this kind of has like a, more of a sassafras smell to it. This is kind of funky. Yeah, this one definitely is more syrupy sweet. Something, I don't know what this smells like. Now watch, I'll end up liking this one 100 times better. Hold on. Ooh. There's literally like no carbonation in it at all. This is like thick and syrupy. Okay. When I was a kid, I used to get this tea. I don't dislike this, but it's not what I expected. When I was a kid, I don't even want to rate them because I don't even know how to rate them. I will say this. This Dog and Suds is not as good as I remember it being. But the Dog and Suds is crisper and better than this. This is flat. And there's a little carbonation. I just bought it this week too. Okay, so when I was a kid, there was this tea that I would buy, my mom would buy at the grocery store for me, and you literally mixed it in water. And it was called like, it was some kind of like sassafras tea, and it was just like a liquid that you put in water, and I loved it. This definitely is more like sassafras tasting to me than, Oh, yeah, it reminds me of like, this, you know what this reminds me of? This is gonna sound so strange, because you'll be like, well then it should be exact. You know those little root beer candies, those root beer barrels? If that was like a drink, that's what this tastes like. It's really syrupy. Which I know I said this one was syrupy sweet, but this one actually tastes fresher. Yeah, this one is crisper and lighter. This one is really syrupy. I mean, maybe you like a more syrupy root beer. This one's almost like, I don't know that I could drink the whole thing. Like, it's really like thick syrupy. This is, I don't, I'm gonna be a dick and not drink it. Sorry, but anyway, yeah, this one is not it. They had 4 different bottle types, and so I don't know if they're different. I might be willing to try a different one of these, but I honestly just got it because of the name, because I thought the name was kind of funny. What's your favorite root beer? Put your favorite root beer in the conversation. Put your favorite root beer in the conversation comment section below. Let me know what you think. But for this one, I have to say the Dog and Suds wins. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.